Pastor Danny says, Galatians 5, verse 1. Support my teachings now. Come to me and let's get it. You see, Paul already warned us that there should be false teachers in the last days. You see, it's going to be false teachers. Let's go to the book of Psalms, first of all. Book of Psalms, chapter 110, verse 10. Because why is there such confusion when it comes to Paul, when it comes to Paul's writings? It says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. The beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all they that do his commandments. See, these Christian pastors, they don't keep the commandments. So when they read Paul's writings, it's very hard for them to understand. They can't get a good understanding. Now let's go back to Galatians, the scripture that Pastor pulled. It says, stand fast, therefore, in the liberty wherewith Christ had made us free. What did Christ free us from? What did Christ free us from? Was it all of the law, the moral law, the civil law, the moral laws? Or was it the sacrificial law? Stand fast, therefore, in the liberty wherewith Christ made us free, and be not entangled again with the yoke of bondage. What is that yoke of bondage? See, the Israelites, we study. Here's the precept. Acts 15:10 says, now therefore, why tempt ye God to put a yoke upon the neck of the disciples, which neither our fathers nor we were able to bear? That yoke of bondage which they were not able to bear. You see, our fathers. Let's go to Hebrews. See, you got to be able to divide the word of truth. That's what it means when you divide the word of truth. You go from one precept to explain the other precept, not using your own thoughts, not using your feelings to explain what you just read. Hebrews 10 says, for the law, is it all the laws, the moral, the civil, dietary laws? You can eat pork now? For the law, having a shadow of good things to come, and not the very image of the things, can never, with those sacrifices, that's what Christ came to do away with. You see? Never with those sacrifices which they offered year by year continually, make the comers thereunto perfect. See? That's what Christ came to do away with. Let's look at verse 4. It says, for it is not possible that the blood of bulls and goats should take away sins. See? Wherefore, when he cometh into the world, when Christ come into the world, he said, sacrifice and offerings thou wouldest not. See? He said, do not sacrifice anymore. You see, that's the yoke of bondage. But a body hast thou prepared me. So Christ came to do away with the sacrificial law. He didn't come to do away with the moral, the civil, you see, the civil laws which govern how you treat your brother. You see, the pastors in the church say to do away with the civil law, do away with those moral laws. We don't need them. Look at the black on black crime in our neighborhoods. Look at the single parent households. But they say the moral law, the civil laws, dietary laws, you see, all those do away with them. When Christ said he only came to do away with the sacrificial law.